Sura Nari Witthaya School นครราชสีมา Regional English Center provided the trainees Cohort 4 staying at V1 Hotel, a trendy and boutique hotel. V1 Hotel's rooms is very convenient and comfortable. There are 2 beds, a sofa, a television, a DVD player, and a bathtub. And V1 Hotel's food is various and delicious. We can eat different kinds of food, such as American and Thai food. Moreover, V1 Hotel offers the facilities and services to complete our colorful days, such as shuttle bus, swimming pool, fitness, and wireless internet access.
Hello guys, welcome to our bootcamp on first day. Do you remember? We arrived at Sura Nari Witthaya School around 8 o'clock. Everyone came to the hall to register. You got the bag? What's inside this bag? Yeah, there are course book and notebook. It was quite interesting. Everyone was waiting for the opening ceremony. Chairman of the ceremony was Dr. Thirakiat Jaran Sethasin, the President of Ministry of Education. He spoke English so well. After that, we were divided into 3 big groups. And yeah, we were group 3 secondary class. And this is our room look like: whiteboard, stage, front row, middle row, and back row. How cute! Do you want to know our trainer? Yeah, her name is Emma from the UK, who always wears sunglasses on her head and who always says interesting. Let's see our classmates. There are 27 people from 4 provinces: นครราชสีมา ชัยภูมิ Surin, and Buriram. And there are 2 boys and 25 girls. How to remember 27 names in 20 minutes? Yeah, name game by throwing ball, kind of memorizing game. Oh, really missed it. Don't forget making rule in the class with do and don't. But yeah, sometimes didn't follow that rule. Happy. That's all for our first day. We will work hard for 15 days actually. Let's collect the good memory together. Bye.
Welcome to the first week at our boot camp. The first day, we forgot on teaching vocabulary. The techniques include using some new words, using gesture, showing pictures, using definition, and using antonym. There are many activities such as question step, running dictation, and chalk hangman. The second day, we started by reviewing teaching vocabulary and continue to the next lesson about CCQs, which stand for concept checking question, and the activities were word hunt and line up. The third day, we learned about classroom management that we can control for learning. Clapping energizer made learners active. And we forgot on TTT and STT. TTT stands for Teacher Talking Time. On the other hand, STT stands for Student Talking Time. The fourth day, we have learned about one important word, which was kiss. It was not an action, but it was a key word that stands for keep it short and simple. The example: work in group and work about what did you do at the weekend. We keep it short, that work in group and talk about the weekend. The last day, we have learned about teaching reading. We got 4 steps: warm up, pre-reading, while reading, and post-reading. And reading techniques are skimming, scanning, predicting, guessing meaning, reading intensively. Thank you for watching. Bye!
Week 2. We begin with speaking, listening, error correction. Speaking. We have learned about techniques and activities that will promote more communication in the classroom. It made the class more fun and more communicative. There are many techniques that use, such as information gap, find someone who, class survey, describe and draw, survival, discussion, role play, ballroom debate, onion rings, pyramid discussion, chat show, describe picture, and jumble sentences. 2. Teaching listening. There are 3 steps can use in the class. Begin with warmer, next pre-listening, then while listening, and lastly post-listening. For example, we want to teach about jobs. Warmer student will write A to Z and write about job as much as possible. Then pre-listening step, let student to predict the job he or she do by using picture. Next, while listening step, let student work in group, find out specific information, then listening and write the questions. And lastly, post-listening, guess the job, ask 20 questions and write a paragraph about jobs. Error correction. We have learned about cause of learners' error such as mislearning, developmental, fossilization, interference. There are 6 category error. 1. Grammar. For example, I have gone to the cinema yesterday. This sentence is not correct. The correct is I went to the cinema yesterday. Register. When say hey dude to the director, it's not polite. Students should say hello instead hey Lexit. I put my dinner on my plate. It's not correct. The correct is I put my dinner on my plate. Pronunciation. A dog, a cat, and a sheep is not correct. The correct is a dog, a cat, and a sheep. Misunderstanding is boring outside, and is boring outside is correct. Boring means hot weather.
Week 3 of Bootcamp at Nari Witthaya School. We learned about teaching pronunciation, teaching writing, and introducing grammar. We'll start with teaching pronunciation. First, have a look at pronunciation pyramid, which are phonemes, syllables, words, chunks, and utterance. It's important for the students to know how does each word pronounced. Teacher can begin with minimal pair and then practice them about rhythm and intonation. This is a rhythm and intonation table. We'll stress in the content words, which are nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Then we can make a word for the students to practice. For example, what did you see at the zoo? I saw a kangaroo, some birds and bats and dogs and cats and even an elephant too. Next, we also learned about teaching writing. There are 2 approaches, which are product approach and process approach. Product approach is that students see model of writing first and then analyze. Process approach is that students do the activities to promote the development of language use. Stages of process approach. First, peer writing. Students plan or brainstorm what are they going to write. Second, first draft. Third, editing. We can use correcting code in this stage. Fourth, rewrite or publishing. And then we also learned about introducing grammar. There are about 12 techniques for introducing grammar. For example, personalization, detailed gloss, guided discovery, etc. But important things for the teacher is to consider about MPF. M stands for meaningful, P stands for pronunciation, and F stands for form, and think of a suitable context to introduce the lesson. And that's all for week 3 of Bootcamp at Nari Witthaya School. Thank you.
Our impression for this bootcamp is buzzwords. What are they? Let's start with the eliciting. Let the students think of the words by themselves. Do not always tell them. After eliciting, don't forget to do CCQs. It's concept checking questions used to check that they really understand the words you told them. Whenever you assign the students to work, use KISS for your instructions. What is that? Yes, keep it short and simple. But how do you know that your students are really understand your instruction? Let's use ICQs to check them. Let's talk about how to present the interesting techniques to our students. First, realia. The real objects can make the concept clearer. Wow! Second, demonstrate. Show them how to join the activity. It would be more fun to join. Next, drill. Practice makes perfect. Well, mingle is a very communicative technique. Your student will love it. Alright, interaction between teacher and student is good, but let's do more the interaction between students and students. Let's see. Try to minimize the teacher talking time and maximize student talking time. Let them practice by themselves. After that, what techniques that teacher uses for observing our students? You're right, it's monitoring. And the last one, do not forget to give them a praise. Very good, excellent, fantastic. You will be their loveliest teacher in the world.
Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about micro teaching. And I divided this topic into 4 subtopics. There are day, time and members, lesson plan, and feedback. The first one, I would talk about day. By writing lesson plan, we have to prepare our lesson plan on Tuesday afternoon. And then our micro teaching will be Wednesday and Thursday afternoon. The next one is about time and members. There are 4 members in each group and then 1 group for 3 members. We have 40 minutes to complete our lesson plan, so anyone in the group will have 10 minutes to complete their steps. The next one is lesson plan. In case of joining this bootcamp, we have to do the micro teaching for 3 lesson plans. Week 1 is for vocabulary, week 2 speaking, and week 3 listening or writing. At first, I would talk about vocabulary, that we have 5 steps to complete our lesson plan. Step 1 is lead in, and then presentation, and the 2 practice and production. And we also have the example topic. Week 2 is about speaking. Speaking is in the fourth skill. We have the similar step of teaching that are pre, while, post, depend on the skill that you teach. Week 2 speaking, so our step will be pre-speaking, while speaking, and post-speaking. And then the final week is we teach about listening and writing, and there would be the step pre-listening, while listening, and post-listening. And we also have the tips, the technique for writing by planning what we will write and then write down our first draft, and editing by our peer. We will edit the content first and then grammar corrections. And the last one and the last step is rewriting and publishing. The last subtopic that I will talk about is feedback. After teaching each lesson, we will get feedback from two ways. The first comments come from teacher Emma. She will comment us as a whole group, and then we'll move to comment one by one. And the second comments come from our peer by writing comment into the different color papers. The blue one is for the thing I like, and the peach one is for thing I would change. And finally, I hope this video might be useful for your teaching. And remember, the more you practice, the more you get closer to success. As the saying, practice makes perfect. Thank you.
After 3 weeks for English teaching training at Sura Nari Witthaya School in Nakhon Ratchasima province, we must say goodbye for each other at the farewell party took place at V1 Hotel at 5:30 on 2nd March 2017. We start off by registering the number of the people who attend the party. And then we have an opening ceremony. The manager of the Regional English Training Center in Nakhon Ratchasima province named Nannapat Jamrat Praseut gave an opening speech to welcome all the participants to the party. She expressed her admiration and appreciation for enthusiasm and collaboration of the trainee participating throughout the whole camp. She wished everyone for the good future and safe departure back home. After that, the president of the Bootcamp Cohort 4 named Virod Nononghai gave a thank you speech, acknowledged his appreciation and gratitude for the people who organized the camp, the trainer who showing all the new way of teaching English and teaching all the technique for classroom management and motivation for second language learning. We then have a dinner together. As we were having dinner, the representative from each group expressed his and his peer feeling for the trainers for teaching us new and exciting activity and way to motivate second language learner or Thai student. After that, we have a performance from each group. The performance including dancing and singing a song to entertain everybody at the group, and also was the last time we doing activity together. And finally, it was the time for relaxing. It was free time where everybody can sing and dance and sing karaoke together until 9 o'clock. And finally, we have an opening ceremony. We must have a closing ceremony too. The manager of the boot camp, Ms. named Nannapat Jamrat Praseut, gave a closing ceremony. She thanks everybody who making this camp memorable and hope that the teacher who attend this camp or the trainee will bring everything that we learn throughout this camp to the student to improve their English skill.